Have you ever thought about pickup trucks so massive they make school buses look small? We're talking about vehicles with engines powerful enough to pull entire houses down the road. These monsters actually exist, and most people have no idea they're real. So why don't you ever see these giants driving around every day? What makes them capable of doing things a normal pickup could never handle? Today, you're diving into the extreme world of the largest pickup trucks ever built. Some were designed for brutal, heavy-duty work. Others exist purely as symbols of excess taken to the limit. Stick with me because the truck at the top of this list is so unbelievably large that several cities have banned it, simply because it can't fit into a standard parking space. Number 10. The Chevrolet C30 Crew Cab Long Bed. The Chevrolet C30 Crew Cab Long Bed hit the market in 1973 and became one of the first genuine full-size pickups offering a crew cab with space for 6 adults plus a bed so lengthy it seemed endless. Rural industries were exploding, and farmers desperately needed a truck that could serve as both a powerful workhorse and practical family hauler. The answer arrived in this absolute unit which stretched past 20 feet in its long bed configuration. Under the hood sat the legendary 350 cubic inch V8. This iconic 5.7-liter power plant churned out roughly 155 horsepower and over 265 pound-feet of torque. That muscle was more than sufficient to drag trailers and tractors and boats and basically anything you could hook up. This machine commanded attention with its wide front grille and sharp body lines and a road stance that made even semi-trucks take notice. You could get it with rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, and it came built with reinforced suspension, designed to handle serious cargo. That extended bed could easily haul more than a ton while maintaining surprising stability. This truck became a fixture on ranches across America, and today collectors lovingly restore these giants as rolling pieces of history. A fully restored example recently appeared in a period drama series complete with country music and muddy trail footage. If this old-school legend has you impressed, then hold tight, because the next one brings military-grade brute force on wheels. Number 9. The Hummer H1 Alpha. This machine was born legendary. The Hummer H1 Alpha launched in 2006 as the most extreme civilian version of the military Humvee originally designed for the U.S. Army. Don't let the street legal status fool you, though. The H1 Alpha kept nearly all its battlefield DNA, including its absolutely massive footprint. At over 7 feet wide and nearly 16 feet long, this thing looked more like a tank pretending to be a vehicle. One glance told you this was no ordinary pickup. It packed a 6.6-liter turbo diesel, V8 pumping out 300 horsepower, and a brutal 520 pound-feet of torque. That's enough power to climb steep hills and ford rivers and literally handle terrain designed for combat vehicles. It featured full-time four-wheel drive with independent suspension all around, plus high-mounted exhaust and run-flat tires, and an engine that sounded like metal grinding against metal. This wasn't simply a big truck. It absolutely dominated whatever landscape it encountered. A handful even made their way to Brazil, and today it's a highly sought-after collector's item. Rumor says Arnold Schwarzenegger became the first civilian to purchase one directly from AM General. And yes, he still owns it, fully painted in camouflage. Think that's extreme? The next one looks sleek and modern, but matches that same massive scale. Number 8. Toyota Tundra Crew Max. The 2022 Toyota Tundra Crew Max represents Japan's answer to America's full-size truck obsession. Built in America, it arrived with a completely redesigned appearance and spacious cabin and serious mechanical improvements. Stretching nearly 20 feet long and over 6.5 feet wide, the Crew Max delivers a commanding road presence. Inside, it feels like a luxury SUV with wide seats and premium finishes, and a complete digital dashboard. Toyota abandoned the traditional V8 for a twin-turbo, 3.5-liter V6, delivering 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Top trim levels include four-wheel drive, with solid rear axle and coil spring suspension for improved ride quality without sacrificing toughness. It's become popular among RV owners and boat haulers and anyone moving serious weight regularly. Despite its considerable size, the Tundra has earned a rock-solid reputation for reliability. Fun fact, the very first Tundra built in the United States accumulated over 600,000 miles without ever needing the engine opened. The Tundra is huge, but wait until you see what Nissan brought to this heavyweight battle. Number 7. Nissan Titan XD. The Titan XD is what happens when Nissan decides to go head-to-head with America's biggest pickups. Released in 2020, it was engineered specifically for the US market where size and strength reign supreme. Over 20 feet long with a bold squared-off design, the Titan XD lives up to its name. The front end stands tall with wide fenders and a hood that looks borrowed from a box truck. Under that hood sits a 5.6-liter gasoline V8 pushing around 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. More than enough muscle to compete with Detroit's finest. Rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive options come available paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission. It features independent front suspension and a reinforced solid rear axle, giving it confident handling both on pavement and off-road. Inside, the Titan XD doesn't disappoint with spacious seats and upscale materials, and a large infotainment screen. This truck means serious business and can easily haul over 2,000 pounds in the bed, while towing up to 12,000 pounds. That XD designation stands for Extra Duty, which represents a bold move from Nissan to compete directly with heavy-duty American icons. Speaking of icons, the next one is a rolling wall of American steel. Number 6. Ram 3500 Heavy Duty. When it comes to raw power on wheels, the Ram 3500 Heavy Duty doesn't ask for permission. It announces its presence loudly. At over 21 feet long and nearly 7 feet tall, the Ram 3500 looks like a semi-truck disguised as a pickup. Yet inside, it's pure luxury with ventilated leather seats and digital dash and high-end sound system. The top-tier engine is the 6.7-liter Cummins inline, 6 turbo diesel, putting out a massive 420 horsepower and an unbelievable 1,075 pound-feet of torque. Yes, over 1,000. With that kind of torque, it can tow over 37,000 pounds with proper setup. It's available in 4x2 or 4x4 configurations with either 6-speed or 8-speed automatic transmission. Rear suspension options include heavy-duty leaf springs or even air ride in premium trims. It's a favorite among ranchers and contractors and RV haulers across the United States. You'll see these trucks in Texas pulling million-dollar horse trailers like it's nothing. Enjoying this journey through giant pickups? Hit that like button and subscribe because we've still got even more monstrous machines heading your way. Number 5. Chevrolet Silverado 3500 HD. The 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 HD is an absolute wall of metal on wheels and one of the most extreme trucks Chevy has ever released. This version combines aggressive styling with outrageous dimensions. We're looking at a truck that's over 21 feet long and nearly 7 feet tall and wide enough to consume most of a country road lane. The bed is massive, and the crew cab has room to spare for full-size adults. Powering this beast is a 6.6-liter Duramax turbo diesel V8 cranking out 445 horsepower and a brutal 910 pound-feet of torque. That's more than enough power to tow massive trailers and heavy machinery. The 4x4 drivetrain paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission delivers a surprisingly smooth ride even under heavy load. The suspension is calibrated for serious weight while still providing decent comfort. Visually, the Silverado 3500 HD is a complete showstopper, with LED headlights and massive front grille and heavy-duty alloy wheels, and a hood that wouldn't look out of place on a dump truck. This truck is hugely popular in states like Wyoming, where ranchers and contractors need reliable, ultra-tough vehicles. Just to give you an idea, there's an annual Silverado owners meetup in the United States, and most attendees roll in towing trailers over 70 feet long. Think that's big? Just wait, because the next one is a GMC legend that redefines the meaning of heavy-duty luxury. Number 4. GMC Sierra 3500 HD Denali. The GMC Sierra 3500 HD Denali is the ultimate fusion of power and refinement in a full-size pickup package. Released in 2023, it shares its platform with the Silverado 3500 HD, but adds serious premium design and interior luxury. At over 21 feet long with sharp design lines and bold chrome accents, the Denali looks as tough as it is elegant. It features a huge signature front grille with LED lighting and a presence that turns heads even in a lineup of lifted trucks. Under the hood, you'll find that same 6.6-liter Duramax V 8-turbo diesel pushing 445 horsepower and 910 pound-feet of torque. What sets the Denali apart is smart towing technology with load-sensing systems that adapt engine output and braking to whatever you're hauling. Comes standard with 4x4 capability, and the suspension includes high-grade components for a smoother ride even on rough roads. Inside, it's more luxury SUV than work truck with ventilated and heated leather seats and customizable digital cluster and real wood trim. The Denali has become a favorite among business owners and ranch CEOs and country music stars. One was even customized with air suspension and 30-inch chrome wheels by a famous Texas rapper. Think that's over the top? Take a deep breath, because what's coming next is a legend in the world of supersized pickups. Number 3. Ford F450 Super Duty. This isn't just a truck, it's a freight train with license plates. The 2023 Ford F450 Super Duty is one of the most overbuilt pickups ever offered to the public. At nearly 23 feet long and more than 8.5 feet wide with mirrors extended, this truck is engineered to haul and carry and dominate whatever gets in its way. Power comes from the monstrous 6.7-liter Powerstroke V, 8-turbo diesel putting down 475 horsepower, and an earth-shaking 1,050 pound-feet of torque. That's enough force to tow over 37,000 pounds. It features dual rear wheels with full-time 4x4 and reinforced suspension with heavy-duty rear leaf springs. The 10-speed automatic transmission is calibrated for maximum torque management. Inside, especially in the Platinum trim, the F450 feels like a high-end SUV with premium leather seats offering heat and cooling, plus oversized touchscreen and luxury trim. This truck is so massive that in some US states, you'll need a special driver's license to operate it when hauling commercial trailers. Starting to feel like these trucks are spiraling out of control? Well, hang on tight because the next two aren't just trucks. They're off-the-chart titans. Number 2. Chevrolet Kodiaq C4500. Now things are getting serious. The Kodiaq C4500, built by Chevrolet in 2006, is the kind of pickup that makes even a water truck look small. Built on a medium-duty truck platform, it's closer to a commercial flatbed than a typical pickup. This giant measures over 23 feet long and nearly 9 feet tall, and the front end looks like it came off a shipyard loader. It was engineered for work and weight and sheer presence. Under the hood is the 6.6-liter Duramax turbo diesel, V8 delivering around 320 horsepower and 670 pound-feet of torque. Available in 4x2 or 4x4 configurations and paired with a 5-speed Allison automatic transmission. It features independent front suspension and rear heavy-duty leaf springs designed to take serious beating. Inside, the Kodiaq surprises with elevated dash and big truck controls, and wide seating and enough headroom for someone over 6'5". Everything is oversized, including the wheel and switches and center console. It feels more like a cockpit than a cabin. The Kodiaq became a favorite among celebrities and professional athletes. One customized version was famously owned by Shaquille O'Neal, who needed something big enough to fit his 7-foot frame. Think that's insane? The next and final truck on this list is the largest and most outrageous pickup ever built for civilian use. Number 1. International CXT. We've reached the top with what can only be described as an automotive anomaly in the best possible way. The International CXT, released in 2004 by Navistar. International holds the title as the largest pickup truck ever built for civilian use. At nearly 30 feet long and 11.5 feet tall and weighing over 15,000 pounds, the CXT isn't just a pickup. It's a commercial truck with a bed attached. It's built on the same chassis as the International 7300 series, used for construction rigs and fire trucks. The engine is a 7.6-liter inline-six turbo diesel, producing 220 horsepower and an impressive 600 pound-feet of torque. That might sound low in horsepower, but this engine is calibrated for pure torque, ideal for pulling yachts and loaded trailers or even mobile homes. It features a 5-speed automatic transmission with full-time 4x4 and suspension tough enough for the harshest terrains. Visually, the CXT is completely unmatched. The front bumper looks like a wall and the wheels are as tall as the average person. And the cab is basically a private bus. Inside, you get full leather seating and premium sound system and wood trim and sunroof and even a refrigerator. Originally built for ranchers and wealthy collectors, the CXT became an icon of pure excess. Legend has it, one was purchased by a Middle Eastern prince who painted it in liquid gold and used it to drive across the desert between his palaces. The CXT is so enormous it's been banned in several cities simply because it doesn't fit standard traffic lanes or parking spots. These aren't just trucks, they're steel giants built with diesel and torque, and a whole lot of American muscle. Some were engineered to work the land, while others were designed to dominate the road in style. But they all share one thing in common. They never go unnoticed, whether in size or in story. So now tell me, which one of these trucks would you park in your garage if size wasn't an issue? Would you choose the brute Kodiak or the refined Sierra Denali? Or would you go all in with the International CXT just to watch people panic in your rearview mirror? Drop your favorite down in the comments and tell us which one you'd never even heard of until now. And hey, if you love content like this, subscribe to the Chrome Zone channel and hit that bell icon because every week we bring you the most incredible machines ever built. See you in the next Chrome Zone video.